It start.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Pooty,
What?
what are we doing here?
Technical
Oh no,
difficulty.
let's do it though. Let's do this.
Wait. Welcome back to Tin TV.
That was the best thing I've seen all week.
Buddy.
Hey guys.
Hello, everyone.
Hi B Charming. Hi Mary Freeland.
Oh yeah, I
Hi
forgot about it.
Jason Smith.
Zed. I think I got the humbugs or something.
Zed's Place 420. Hey
420.
guys.
Sorry, we're all getting over illnesses.
Yeah, illnesses and shopping excursions and all this stupid drone stuff and what else?
Aliens. Right?
No,
Demons.
Walter. Milk and honey.
You know what I got my kids for Christmas this year?
What'd you get them?
They're gonna think I'm stupid, but I don't care. I've got my youngest daughter is married. They don't have any kids. My youngest son is living with a girl, and they don't have any kids. And then my oldest daughter has 3 kids, and I just got something for each family. Guess what I got? Hot Wheels. When was the last time we got a toy?
I would love that.
I got these giant Hot Wheel sets in another box with like 20 Hot Wheels in there and all kinds of other stuff that goes with them and stuff. And everybody gets a box of freaking Hot Wheels.
Oh, dude,
Hey,
that's
Marla.
awesome.
I mean, if nothing else will drive their cats crazy.
Marla, good to see you. Van, good to see you, sir. B Charman's in the house. Good to see you, B.
I love that idea because it's, like you're
Toys.
grown up, but you can get toys still, like that's okay.
Yeah, I was thinking about 1969 Christmas. I've got that first set of Hot Wheels when they first came out. And man, I had so much fun with that. And I went, wait a minute, they still make Hot Wheels. So, yeah, I bought like a load of track and a bunch of cars. And, everybody just gets a big box of Hot Wheels stuff. They're going to laugh. They might laugh at me. I don't care. But hey, what you get?
Willard and Jason,
I think that's awesome.
When was the last time you got a toy for Christmas,
Dude, it's been so long since I got a toy.
Yeah.
We
I should
tell
go
the
buy 'em.
kids. We tell the kids you get what you get and you don't throw a fit.
Oh no, they'll be fine. You might be excited.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they will.
I want the old racetrack cars. You remember the electric ones? You'd have the little thing.
Yeah, they still make those. They're a lot better now. Yeah.
Really? I need to go look into that, Yorga. That'd be a toy
Be
I'd
careful
like.
with it, man, because if you goose it on a curve, man, you wipe out. Yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
You might hit your wife in the face on accident. Give her.
That's better than hitting her with the alternative.
Yeah.
No, I did.
You're very awful.
Oh
Bone.
my god.
Oh yeah, you're just like that.
One more bite.
That makes me so happy.
I know. I love that. It gives me a little joy for the season. We've
Well,
been through a lot, folks. We've been through 4 years of terror.
Terror. I know.
You're right. Good word.
Horrible. But Pootie's got some good info. He says, hey, there was a plan, and plan may have changed a little bit, but it's coming together, right, Pootie?
Yes, it is. It's going good.
Well, let's talk about Biden's plan to sell off the pieces of the wall, which he was
God.
doing.
Yeah, you
It's
see what
starting bids at
Texas?
$5. No, but check this out. Governor Abbott of Texas and Elon Musk said, "We'll just go in that auction and buy every piece." They shut the auction
Yeah.
site down. They shut it
Nice.
down. Bastards.
Uh,
Anything to kneecap Trump.
yeah.
Well, and they
we
sent
paid for all that crap. We paid for it. They sold $300 million worth of wall already for $2 million. That's coming out of air pockets, man.
God, I'm so happy my side don't hurt no more, my ribs.
Yeah, me too.
At the moment, anyway.
yeah, everybody's Shift is just getting out of can we tell him Shift? Sorry. She's just getting out of the hospital. So prayers for Shift to get better.
Oh, did you step away?
I think she's there. Shift, you there? Yeah, she is. She's in the chat.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay. So sorry we missed you guys last Tuesday. Craig was sick.
Sunday.
Sorry, I'm still recovering.
So blame it all on Craig.
It was
Yeah.
Pootie's fault.
Yeah, because AB was mad 2 Tuesdays in a row. He's got such pent up trucker frustration right now. So
He could come tonight. I sent him a thing.
I know he won't be working for a couple more hours. So, but AB we'll try to make Tuesday. Okay, we'll try. But I hope everybody in chat's feeling good. I know I've been getting over stuff and Shift and Craig.
You got a question from Jason Smith. What happened to you? Maybe you should tell your story.
Oh gosh, it's a long one.
It involves a deer.
There was a deer involved.
Oh no!
I shot him.
He didn't kill it.
He wasn't totally dead. He was not dead. Kicked me in my freaking face. That's what he did. He knocked me out. But then I also got the flu. My truck broke. I had 2 busted water main pipes, and I fell into a puddle, soaking wet. Lost contents of my wallet.
Oh no!
That's a good rocker right now.
And then
get a better wallet.
Yeah. Well, I know. What else I got? Baby, what am I missing? Just the bad series of events. Oh, and then battery. Yeah, truck battery died. Now truck's on some kind of electrical flip, but it could be the UFOs that are flying around.
Yeah.
Car lights are coming on, so maybe the UFOs are affecting my truck.
Well, they say they're as big as an SUV. Maybe your truck's just going to go.
It might start moving. I could fly to work.
Take off, man. Somebody's in control.
It's not UFOs anymore, is it? Though they don't. That's not politically correct anymore, right?
Oh yeah, it's
UAP.
SUVs.
SUV.
And then to top it off, but this is a sad. Yesterday was the 3rd anniversary of my father's passing, so that's why And then so it was just like that kind of a week. It was a good week to get your ass kicked, is what it was. It reminded me of the good old days.
Did any of that happen on Friday the 13th?
Oh,
Was it Friday the 13th?
It was.
Yeah.
What? That's man.
Yeah.
That explains it.
Hey, Craig, I seen a thing the other day on about cars. There's one car I forgot which one it was. Maybe yours. You change the battery and you gotta reset something or other. That may be what's wrong with yours.
I think that's what's going on. But I also already had all the flashing bells and whistles, Pooty. All the lights were coming on. I
Oh,
just
okay.
ignore them. I just said, oh, that must be a malfunction.
Yeah.
Duct tape on the dash covers that up, fixes it right away.
That's what I'm going to do.
Mary Freeland says Mercury is just about out of retrograde. Have you ever heard of Mercury retrograde?
I've never heard of that. What is that?
Yeah.
There's a time where Mercury appears to be going backwards. It's not going backwards, but it looks like it's going backwards. And it used to freak out John Lennon. Something terrible, man. Whenever Mercury is in retrograde, he would shut himself up in his apartment and not come out and stuff. Yeah, it's just superstition, you know. I mean, sorry, Mary, but I mean that's what I think. But yeah, it's not going backwards, but it appears to be going backwards.
Oh, wait, hold on. There's Viagra talk in the chat. Jason, if you got any of that Viagra, send it this way, man. I want to try that out. I heard it makes your head hot.
It does. It does. It makes me so happy.
I know. I just have to do little bits of it.
Well, something's got to make us happy because I don't know. This whole thing with this drone shit is just really getting to me.
Do you have a story about this, Tim?
Well, I thought, like everybody's been talking about it. Is anybody in chat that lives on that side? Do you guys, anybody?
Well, you know what?
I mean, I'm not seeing any here in Eastern Washington.
Or in Cali.
It's like, are you guys seeing any?
It's that town that got destroyed. You remember in the hurricanes? What is it? Seaside, New Jersey? That's where these things are going. From what I saw, I don't know. Maybe they're all over New Jersey, but it seemed like they
all
were
over the place. They even seeing them in Argentina now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Germany.
Well, they've been all over England too.
I don't think
nobody's saying anything about that, but yeah, they've
been
over military bases in England.
This doesn't sound like the Iranians. Sorry.
No, they're not smart enough to do that.
And there really isn't. It's crazy. I mean, they're very smart people. I don't want to arrest, but this is something very different.
Yeah, this is a 911 call. It's only 22 seconds, you guys. Apparently from some lady that was claiming the drones were landing near a solar plant. Hang on, let me.
Suspicious drone sighting in North Stonington. The reporting party name is Lisa. She's driving back to Groton, but believes she has video of drones in the area that were landing in the solar panel farm, sucking power from the solar panel so they can continue their flights.
That is kind of funny.
Yeah, isn't that
sighting in North Stonington?
I don't know. I think it's weird, you guys, because there's solar fields in like Arizona, and there's been reports of.
Look what Steph put. That's what
they're. I think that's what they're doing too, you guys. Like something.
Yes.
I don't know, but. I think the people in the South, they got us taken care of. So thank you to the people in the South. This is what we're going to do. So people in the South, listen up.
Sit down and shut up. We got work to do. I've got our plans together. If the North's not going to take care of business, and we sure as hell know the government's not, we're going to have to take matters into our own hands. So listen up, listen close. Oklahoma, you're kicking us off. Get those radars ready and get your storm chasers mobile. If it's in the sky, you're going to see it before any of us. Kentucky, Missouri, North Carolina, and the Virginias, you're on recon. With mountain men and backwoods know-how, you'll spot the drones before they see us. You can help us track them. In Texas, you're our heavy firepower. Please try to barbecue it out. Louisiana and Mississippi, you're on the ground. Swap tactics and gator stealth. Just give them the work. And when this is over, you're in charge of telling our legacy. But do us a favor and keep it brief. We don't have all day.
Damn it.
You're on diversion duty. Between football rivalries and banjos, you'll confuse the hell out of those drones and keep morale through the roof. Now, Georgia and South Carolina, you're running the mess hall. Sweet tea, fried chicken, shrimp, grits, you're feeding the troops and keeping them sharp. New Mexico, you're our wild card with desert camouflage and Area 51 know-how. If this is alien tech, we're counting on you to handle it. And now, Florida, you're the backup. Things go sideways, we're calling on y'all. If these drones are aliens, let's be honest, you've probably seen worse at the local gas station, so it shouldn't faze you. Just take care of business. All right, folks, that's it. The South is handled worse with less, and I'll be damned if we don't have this handled by some.
Excellent video.
Well, if George is doing it, then AB's got to be there to have his chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, he's probably involved. I'm sure he is. Crazy lights.
Well, and then, okay, so I don't know if anybody remembers when it was the Navy, I think it was the Navy game, the Army versus Navy game. And during that game, they showed this commercial with Palantir aired this commercial. It was about showing drones being released from This was a commercial, you guys, during a Army Navy football game. What, like, come on. Mother's right there.
That's like what Jason's just saying.
Yeah, but they ain't big as a car, though.
Well, we can't really see, in that. I mean, they could be, for all we know, because that ship, I mean, in the filming of, I don't know, it's just kind of strange that they would have that commercial. And when was that game? Not too long ago.
Yeah, one like last week, I think.
So, and then you've got with this other crazy chick.
Wait, Tim, could someone read Jason's comment aloud? I can't read.
You got it there?
Yeah, it's up on the screen, but I can't read.
Oh shit! Hang on.
I got it.
Okay.
He said, I will tell what some of the drone stuff is. In May 2024, DARPA hired 6 companies to build drones that can take off from a ship, travel a long distance, and return to the ship.
Thank you, Jorgen.
Thank you.
Well, then you got the Pentagon saying this.
These are not U.S. military drones. Again, this is being investigated by.
That's a dude.
What
I know.
Assessment here is that these are not drones or activities coming from a foreign entity or adversary.
You're telling me we don't know what the hell these drones are in New Jersey are?
What?
That's right. That's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's madness that we don't know what these drones are.
From the Coast Guard, who said that one of their 47-foot motor lifeboats was followed by between 12 and 30 of these drones as they went through the water.
These are 6-foot drones that are somehow evading our detection. They're not being detected.
They're saying no threat, but had helmet. They don't know anything. They don't know what it is. They don't know where it's coming from. They don't know nothing.
They know that they can't track them. They know that they don't emit a signal. They know that they can't see them when they.
Something's not making sense.
It's a cover up. You know what, Stephanie Joe Roundtree's comment made the most sense with being they're looking for something stateside that's kind of scary.
I think I have shrimp up in the freezer up here.
Schiff, can we have some of that shrimp?
How do you explain all the other drones everywhere, though?
Sorry, guys.
We can't eat them like that.
Schiff, give us some of that shrimp.
Well, then
Sorry, guys. I didn't know I was.
It's all right. We love it. It's funny.
Then you got this happening in Tennessee last night. That's why I was wondering about your truck.
Yeah, my truck, man. Tim, they showed a car that had been parked dead for 3 years, and the lights were activating on this car.
Damn.
So what's going on?
Well, and then road.
Oh, that's so cool. It's like a manta ray.
There's just I don't know. I don't.
They're
Get
doing the whole script of. You remember Close Encounters of the fourth, whatever it was?
Third kind.
Third kind. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
build Devil's Mound in my sink or out in the pool, the little kids' pool.
Doesn't that thing look like a tree trunk?
That was an old tree trunk. That's what I think it
what
was.
looks like.
I think because they had to cut down all the trees. The Watchers came down, cut the trees to starve the giants out of oxygen.
I want to see the chainsaw that did that.
Oh, damn it. I forgot to take my medicine. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Well, and then you got this lady, and she drives me nuts. And when she's trying to tell you, like, this is how I know for sure that what's going on is it's Rosie. I can't stand this woman.
It's just a plane, a drone. Now, can we stop calling them drones? They're obviously UFOs.
They're UFOs.
It's all over the world
All
now.
over
It's
the
not
world.
just in a little thing in New Jersey.
Oh, I
Just
really believe you,
China
Rosie.
today. It's all over the world. What do you think? That some country,
I think you're
Iran
part of
has
the
the capacity and the
propaganda.
capability to monitor and fly these drones all over the world at the same time?
Yes.
The maneuvers that they're doing. I mean,
yes.
Not trying to scare everybody, but they're here.
MAGA gave me herpes.
And the powers that be don't want to acknowledge that because that leaves them with a higher authority. Nobody's going to care about Trump or Putin or all of the strong men in the world who are dictators and cruel and evil. No, they're not going to have the power that they had. If this is true, the aliens are here. And they're obviously superior to us in many, many ways. Let's hope they don't want to just,
that, Rosie.
blow us up.
Yep.
Let's hope. And I wonder why I'm not sleeping, right? But I think it's ridiculously head in the sand to think these are drones that are from another country that just happen to be all over the world at the same time. It makes no sense, people. It makes no sense.
So since she's trying to convince me and all of us that
I don't believe it now that I saw that thing trying to say that.
exactly, that's where I'm at, because she's working really hard on that TikTok there, trying to be real calm and pushing it out there. No, and we do have the capability, they're called gamers. We bred these things. We gave them the games under the little Christmas trees every year. And you know what? I bet you got gamers out there that can run 2 different drones, one in one hand, one in the other. And then I bet you got a special one that even can use their toes and do 3.
My left foot. There's a guy who uses his foot.
Did you hear her say that MAGA gave her herpes?
Oh,
yeah.
What?
Yeah, she did a whole video about she had a herpes right here, and she said it came from MAGA. Yeah.
From the maggot she ate, you mean?
Yeah, probably from the maggots. Yep, from the maggots she ate. Wait, let me lighten the mood.
I like that.
I love Gene Autry, the singing cowboy, everybody.
Kind of breaks the
monotony of brings us back into the season.
Yeah. But yeah, this drone thing, I don't know, you guys. Until somebody sniffs one out, or I mean, there's some
Ken, I know
one.
you're a cat, but don't be sniffing on that.
Well, I just think it's weird, but this is what's going around right now. Let's see if I can do this one. This guy's claiming, like you guys are saying in chat, that they're sniffing around for dirty something.
Hey there, party people. Well, just got back from another late night working, and I wanted to address a couple of things really quick because I'm getting a ton of replies on this, before I hit the showers. Number one, I know that everybody's talking about this theory that the drones are out there looking for nuclear materials, looking for dirty bomb materials, looking for whatever, that these are our drones. Maybe they belong to the Department of Energy. They're flying around. They're looking for some kind of dangerous material that could pose a threat to the American public, and this is why they're not telling us. Here's why I think that doesn't make sense. First and foremost, if these were ours, and the reason that they weren't telling the public was because they wanted to avoid a panic, then the Pentagon would have a cover story. In fact, they've never, in the history of the Pentagon, failed to have a cover story for any kind of domestic activity that's going on. They lie proficiently, but they lie efficiently. They make sure that the public feels at ease with whatever it is that they're doing, even if it's complete and total bullshit. So from Roswell and their fake crash debris that everybody who was involved in that later said that the Pentagon put them up to now, whether it's a training exercise, whatever it is that they say, the Pentagon always has a cover story when they are doing something. And for whatever reason, probably because they don't have control of the situation and they don't know how to put a timeline on it, they have not done so in this case. Because if they knew when this was going to end, even if it wasn't them, they could be like, it's going to last a couple more weeks and then it's going to be over. They don't know what's going on, and that's why they don't have a story, because that story is going to have holes. Number one. Number two, I don't know if anybody's even thought about the number of drones that have to be in the air right now for people to be seeing these over a huge geographic area. They're over New York, they're over Massachusetts, they're over Maryland, they're over Pennsylvania, they're over New Jersey. They're showing up in other states as well, but just on the eastern seaboard, people are seeing them across states that cover hundreds and hundreds of miles. They're seeing them in clusters. They're not just seeing one, they're seeing minimum of 2, up to like 7 drones at a time, sometimes more. There have got to be thousands of these things in the air in order for that many people to be seeing them across such a broad geographic area. I'm assuming hundreds at least, maybe thousands. That doesn't really make sense. Like, do we have that many drones that can be deployed to look for nuclear materials? I'm not really sure. Number 3, we have been told by sworn officers of the law that these things are coming from the ocean, that at least 50 of them were seen coming in off the coast from the ocean to the mainland. What's up with that? Number 4, there are reports of inland drones. Like somebody that I know, who I've followed on Twitter for years, says her sister in western North Carolina, not quite to where the Hurricane Helene damage was, but middle to west, woke up at 4 a.m. today to the lights of a drone, a huge car-sized drone in her backyard between her house and her horse barn. And it was hovering just above the ground. Why? Who knows? What are they doing this far inland? Where are they coming from? What are they looking for on somebody's rural property? Nobody knows. So this is why I don't believe this story. I don't think it's plausible. I think it's kind of ridiculous. And that's really all I wanted to say for tonight. There was some other stuff I wanted to address. People keep saying they're just planes. They're clearly not just planes. The FBI doesn't think so. Local law enforcement doesn't think so. The White House doesn't seem to think so, although they're gaslighting everybody. The Pentagon doesn't seem to think so. The people on military bases don't seem to think so because they're seeing them overhead and they're like, what's going on? Picatinny Arsenal has claimed that they've seen at least 11 of these. They don't know what they are. It's a no-fly zone. They have signs all over their fences that say no drones, but they're still flying over. They've used anti-drone technology on these things, and they are not able to take them out of the skies. They don't know what's going on. They can't interdict them. They fly away. They go dark. These are not conventional drones.
That's just what that guy's.
That's also.
Like, there's just so many things going on about this right now, and until they literally bring one down, and I don't know. I just think they're creating this confusion because they don't want us to know other things that are going on, right?
Yep. You know what I think it is?
Yeah. We're breaking the show up because it's a bummer.
Here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane.
That's what I think it is.
Could be Santa Claus.
Hey, everybody.
Hey, all you cool cats. It's time for Craig the Hunter's news segment.
Oh, let me get to my notes. And now, for your Tin TV Mostly True News Report, I am Mel Torme.
All right.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Oh, I knew I recognized his face. I just didn't know his name.
It's Mel Torme. And he also wrote the song Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire. I'm a little delirious because I've been sick. I was kicked in the face by a deer. All right. Sorry. I don't mean to yell. First, for the real and good news. But God demonstrates his own love towards us in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. And that's Romans 5:8.
Amen.
So
Amen.
we couldn't keep any of the 500 commandments. There was 500 of them, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. It wasn't just 10. It was 500. Nobody could keep them.
I didn't know he was the Velvet Frog.
Who's the Velvet Frog? Torme? Oh, wow.
Torme. I didn't know that.
Hello, you mean that one? Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Honey, my heart's on fire. This segment of Mostly True News is sponsored by AB's Indestructible Dog Chew Toy and Butt Plug, or Butt Plug. It could be used for both, from what I understand. He doesn't know where his wife got it, but he loves it, he says. Your dog will love it too. And this product is endorsed by AB. And that's what it looks like.
We'll have him in the merch shop next year for 2025.
Soon.
It's a real dog toy, you guys. Like, for
It's a real
serious.
dog toy.
Yeah. Yins don't know what I'm talking about, but we will. We'll put him in the merch shop because just for fun.
And now for comments from the chat. I think this was RLB. I'm pretty sure this is RLB. It definitely looks like her work. But I cut off the top of it. It's all just an illusion of confusion. Wakey, wakey. So that's about, she's right. Living in the moment writes, if laughter is the best medicine, I got a good dose from you all. Thank you, Tin TV 2 and panel, for another great show. And thank you. 420 Wild Dragon 420 says, hits from the bong, and he's got a bunch of green hearts. Right now would be a great time to take some hits from the bong. Right. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. All right, sorry. Teresa D. Mouth writes, thank you, Yorga, for the show and tell of the 100-year-old picture. I have one from my great-great-grandparents and remember it. I'm in my mid-60s. Enjoy the replay this morning. Thanks, panel. Thank you, Teresa.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yorga, for sharing that.
Well, you're welcome, Craig.
Well, thank you again.
Thank you.
Mike B. writes, watching the replay with a glass of water. I started my fast today. No food, only water until Thursday morning. Prayers for all. God bless. Good to hear it, Mike B. You're brave. I like that.
That's good for your body.
And it's good for your prayer. Fasting with prayer makes it so powerful from what I understand. Trips and Falls right. Excellent show tonight. I love the longer show, even though I am more of a lurker. Bunch of red hearts.
It's okay to learn.
We love lurkers.
I want to rest my nose on this for a second. Sorry. Guilt writes, here's a comment. Love you guys. You crack me up, Craig. Well, thank you, Guilt. It's called a mental condition.
No, mental health matters.
That's all it is. Wild Edibles writes, I love you guys. 2 hugs and love. Heart. She found some mushrooms, wild edibles. Those mushrooms did not look good to eat. I don't know. The ones in your hand look good. The other ones on the ground, they didn't look like they were. I don't know. I'm a mushroom expert. Joe Carroll Dobbs writes, LOL, love the tie, Craig. Oh, yeah, by the way, about those drones. It was on NBC Nightly News. They mentioned that they were mostly seen somewhere in New Jersey. And yes, they said that they have been asking people in the area to keep an eye out for them and take photos and all this stuff. Because you remember I brought up the drones in a story before it really broke. I was the first one to break the drone story last week. Well, maybe not the first one, but AJC writes, I had to watch the replay. Always good to see Yorga Baby on the panel. It's another one of Yorga's girlfriends.
Oh my God.
We have a cat named Pandora, but for 10 years, we've called her Panda Baby. Oh, I like that. Like Yorga Baby, Panda Baby. Stephanie Joe Roundtree writes, as always, enjoyed the show and several hearts. Thank you. Cola, my girl Cola, good to see her. She writes, great show, 10 TV 2, and a bunch of hearts, a clap, and I don't know what that other caricature is.
We love Cola.
We love Cola. And thank you all for the wonderful comments. This wouldn't be a segment without them. Heart, heart, heart from me to you. This next segment is sponsored by Adolf Her Nipples, Porsche, Toyota, Fiat, the axis of deals. Let our dealership be the final solution in your car buying process. All right. Oh, wait.
Do you like the haggle? Do you like the haggle? Do you like the bargain? Bring your wife.
Bring your
we
wife.
love the dicker.
Oh my goodness.
Sorry, show. The show quality really drops.
That's some old grease man stuff. I'm sorry.
Count Yorga, I have a question for you.
All righty then. Shoot.
All right. What do you call a person who can't quit smoking?
Addicted.
What would you call a person who can't quit drinking?
Addicted.
What, Count Yorga, what would you call a person who can't stop abusing drugs?
Addicted.
All right, so then what would you call it? What hit Jeff B in his chin during the Breaking Jeff B segment?
Addicted.
I think you're right. That is correct. First, for your mostly true news, or in the news, a New Zealander studied for a year to win the Spanish World Scrabble title. He doesn't speak a lick of Spanish, folks. A New Zealand man playing his first ever competition Scrabble game in Spanish, a language he does not speak, has won the board game's Spanish language world title. Nigel Richards, love that name, a professional player who holds 5 English language titles, won the Spanish World Scrabble Championship in Spain. Sorry, I was resting my nose. Sorry.
Can I say something real quick?
Yes, please do.
Last time I played Scrabble with 2 daughters of a friend of mine, younger women, I got kicked out because I spelled the word called tit fat. Titphat. I said, that's a freaking word, tit fat. And they kicked me out.
Richard started memorizing the language's Scrabble word list a year ago. His friend Liz Fragerland, a New Zealand Scrabble official, told the Associated Press, he can't understand why other people can't just do the same damn thing, she said. He can look at a block of words together And once they go into his brain as a pitcher, he can just recall that very easily. Well, he has an amazing brain, is what I say. In second place was the defending champion Benjamin Olazola of Argentina, who won 18 of his games. Nothing like the New Zealanders' feat had ever happened in Spanish Scrabble history. It was impossible to react negatively. You can only be amazed, they said. We certainly expected that we would perform well, but it was perhaps true that that he surpassed our expectations. In 2015, he became the French language Scrabble world champion, despite not speaking French either after studying the word list for 9 weeks. And he took the French title again in 2018.
What a cheater.
He's a serial Scrabbler. Next in your mostly true news, toy giant Mattel is being sued by a mother who says her daughter accessed a porn website via a link on the packaging of the Wicked dolls. Y'all know this Wicked shit that's going around?
Yeah, I heard that's true.
The witches and all that stuff. And by the way, people wanted to dress up for Halloween parties in the Wicked costumes. All right, it's not about this stupid movie, folks. All right.
It's about a porn site.
It's not even that. It's about celebrating Christmas. The company released the dolls of characters played by British actress Cynthia Erivo and U.S. singer Ariana Grande in the film version of the hit musical, which is about the Wizard of Oz witches, I guess. But instead of featuring an address to a movie's website, a porn site sharing the name of the movie was mistakenly printed on the packaging. Oops. The mistake was spotted last month, and the dolls were recalled on the 11th of November. A class action lawsuit has now been filed in federal court in Los Angeles. Court documents state that Holly Ricketson from South Carolina gave the doll to her daughter, who then visited an adult entertainment website through the link. She said her child showed her hardcore photographs, and both were horrified by what they saw. I bet they were. Suffering emotional distress, by the way. Miss Rickardson said she would not have bought the doll had she known about the mistake, and claimed Mattel had not offered a refund despite recalling the dolls. The lawsuit said the dolls were packaged in boxes with an inexcusable error. Bone chicka wow wow. Last story, but in a weird story, the Rothschild mystery unravels after the man dies in Hollywood Hills house fire. Before he was found dead in his 2-story home in Hollywood Hills the day before Thanksgiving, neighbors knew Will Rothschild as a wealthy, reclusive man with a famous last name. Neighbors believed he was possibly a billionaire and a member of the famed Rothschild family. Y'all know who they are, right?
Yep.
The banking dynasty that rose to the 18th century.
And let me tell you something. You don't live in the Hollywood Hills unless you're a billionaire, man. Everything's there. So
he's got money. But in the days after he died in a house fire at age 87, no evidence has been found linking the longtime Hollywood Hills resident to the Rothschild family.
Uh-oh.
It turns out he wasn't born a Rothschild surname. In 1985, yes, in 1985,
Yeah.
William Kaufman changed his name to
Kaufman.
William D. Rothschild. Who did you know this?
Yeah, I seen Riz Flex did a story on it.
See? I'm the second to do a story on it.
Whoa.
TNTV reached out to the Rothschilds' brother, Richard Kaufman, who had no idea his brother was even alive. Like he hadn't seen him in probably 40 years. So, and this is the one of the best parts of the show. It is the conclusion to the Tin TV mostly true news report. I am Craig the Hunter.
Hi, yay.
Good night. Love you.
Yeah.
I love you too.
You want to turn that?
You can turn on anything. I like it when you turn it on. I love you too.
Sorry about that, guys.
I thought you was leaving us.
Nope. No, as a matter of fact, I do have a little news story.
Excellent.
All right. Share it.
Okay, so as y'all know, I was in the hospital, right, with pneumonia. There was 30 people admitted the same night I was with pneumonia.
Wow.
What is going on?
Sounds like
That's
an
a lot
outbreak
of.
of pneumonia. You're right.
That was
Are
a
the
lot of
drones
Drones.
people.
spraying? Are the drones spraying stuff up there?
That's what I'm wondering.
But you can't catch pneumonia from another person who has pneumonia, right?
You're not supposed to be able to.
Yeah.
Viral
So that's
pneumonia,
really
yes.
unusual.
So yes, so it is very unusual. So
Like a
yeah,
adult RSV.
They
they
work
have
on things.
adult RSV, right, Tim? You are correct.
They make things
Versus
in labs to do things.
But 30 cases in one night.
Gosh.
Man,
That's a
pneumonia
lot.
is serious.
Yes, it is. Believe me, it doesn't feel very nice. You can be in a lot of pain from it.
My daughter got it when she was 3, and I spent an entire week in the hospital right by her side. Yep, I
Oh,
did.
yeah.
Nope.
well, you know who else is in the hospital right now?
No.
Who's that?
Peluski.
Pelosi, you guys,
Pelosi.
broke a hip, and you know what that means. This is their way of checking her out without us knowing.
That's what's going on.
We're all gonna go, oh, she broke a hip. Oh yeah, she's in her 80s.
House Nancy Pelosi is recovering after a fall in Luxembourg. Our Max Darrow has the
Oh man,
latest.
show her fall.
Oh,
Speaker Emeritus Nancy Pelosi's spokesperson says she underwent a successful hip replacement and is, quote, well on the mend. Speaker Emeritus Pelosi's fall happened during a bipartisan congressional delegation's visit to Luxembourg to mark the 80th anniversary of the Battle of the Bulge. Her spokesperson says as a result of her hospitalization, she won't be able to attend the rest of the events. GOP Representative Michael McCall of Texas is a part of that congressional delegation and posted to X after the incident saying, I'm disappointed Speaker Emerita Pelosi won't be able to join the rest of our delegation's events this weekend, as I know how much she looked forward to honoring our veterans. But she is strong, and I am confident she will be back on her feet in no time, praying for a speedy recovery.
Oh, so we're paying for a speedy recovery, you
She's a
guys.
strong old mule.
I ain't paying her for nothing.
No, but it's kind of interesting that all of a sudden now, okay, the fall, there's no
No documentation, but they said they flew her to a military base for treatment, or they flew her somewhere over there for treatment.
but no documentation of the fall. I mean, how is it that we get Mitch McConnell falling down and we get him on video, but we didn't get her on video?
It was a banana peel.
Yeah,
It was a banana.
She went from Luxembourg to somewhere in Germany.
That's it.
And then also too, remember the CEO that just, like kind of, got mowed down or whatever. And supposedly he was a whistleblower, and Pelosi was one of the people he was going to blow on.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
Oh, I heard he was a whistleblower, but more in the line of,
Yeah, I think he was going to give up the gig on her. But what's also kind of weird about that whole situation is they're using the hip thing. So she's going to fade away, you guys. And maybe they got her. maybe, and this would be a good way to phase her out without anybody really taking a big notice to it, right?
You're right.
Chris Rock on Saturday Night Live was talking about that guy that got shot, and I knew he was going to have a joke at the end, and he was trying to be all sympathetic and everything. And he said, "But drug dealers get shot all the time.
Yeah.
Party hard. Yeah.
But
Anyway,
you never hear about. Really, and everybody's pointing out the obvious. We know more about Luigi Mangione than we do about
Yeah.
the two guys who try to shoot the president.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Well, I still want to know what happened to the Georgia Guidestones. Who the hell knocked them
blew
down?
that up. Well, they didn't want us
And
knowing
who
the plan.
has them now?
Oh, you're right.
Oh, they destroyed them.
What elite has the remnants in his lair?
Yeah.
The remnants of it, yeah. I don't know, it just kind of seems a little bit strange.
Man, it would take a lot to blow up a bunch of granite slabs. I mean,
No,
how do you do that?
they just destroyed one. The rest of them, yeah.
Yeah,
It failed, and then they knocked
they
down the
knocked
rest
them all
of it.
down. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but you need some C4 or something, man.
Something. It was a good explosion to take out that one. You're right.
Sure was. So I wonder if we have any hickabilly news.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
my
okay.
favorite.
It's your favorite. Boy, you sure lead an exciting life. This is your favorite.
Really, Hickow, you do a great segment.
Hickel, yeah, we love you, Hickel. You are exciting.
Well, I do want to say that since I shared about where the Pope had the baby Jesus on the Arab Palestinian blanket, he did take that down because he said that it was offensive and it was causing division. So I would like to say that he at least did take it down. So that's a good thing. Although he should never put it up, but
Never bad choice, but that we don't like him. I don't think he's a. I don't know. I mean, he's
Who
not
did that?
the new pope.
Gremlin.
What they pass off as a pope? I don't even think he's a real pope.
Oh God.
yeah.
He's acting like Sinead O'Connor.
Well, now I kind of understand why she ripped up that photo on Saturday Night Live. It makes a lot of sense all these years later, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Totally.
Because at the time we're like, oh no, she's having a mental health breakdown. No, she was sending a message. Okay, sorry, Hiccup.
All the evil.
Oh, that's okay. No. Also, American Jewish doctors are considering their future post October 7th. And this is going to be something to think about in the medical field because they're considering leaving America amid the surge of post October 7th anti Semitism. It says 39% of Jewish doctors in the healthcare said they have experienced anti Semitism at work after the Hamas massacre.
Wow.
And subsequent war. And so they're thinking about leaving. So that's going to cause a shortage here.
That sucks. They're the best doctors.
So I thought that would be something interesting to share because I don't know if they'll blame it on the next, incoming great pandemic or whatever.
Wait, are these the Jewish doctors?
Yeah, they're leaving because they're experiencing anti-Semitism over here. So they're going to
no kidding! Wow.
Yeah, 39%. Also, I ran up on this thing talking about the drones on Kim Clement. Now, just because I'm Jewish doesn't mean I just focus on that because I like to listen to everybody because I don't think anybody's excluded. And he had a guy called Trey Smith on, and this guy says he believed what he was told was that they are sniffing for a suitcase thing. And if you've ever seen the series Jericho, that's kind of what it was. Several containers were snuck into the country, and those small ones placed strategically all over when going off at once caused quite the chaos with the infrastructure and
Yeah,
everything. So, yeah, so if you've seen that
that
movie,
sounds about
Jerry,
right.
yeah, and that series only lasted 2 years, and the second season wasn't even that long because it was too true, and they didn't want it being on the TV.
Well, Hickow, remember this when Kim Clementi said this back in, I think it's 2018?
To you, Lord, because you have shown me New York. You've shown me New York. You've shown me, Lord, how the enemy has once again planned something, but this time it is completely different. It is not like 9/11. There is nothing like it. This is the most strange infiltration that shall come upon your screens. It shall come upon you in your movie houses. It shall come upon the places of comfort and pleasure. And they shall infiltrate, and they shall say, we'll even black them out. We will even cause them to be so terrorized because there is darkness in one section and darkness in another section. Long Island and Babylon and New York, all these regions, we will blacken it out. And then we will cause them to hear and understand that we are in charge. You will not do this as you plan, but the Spirit of the Lord says, even as my prophet prays and gathers the people together, and the people pray and make declaration that there is only one God, and that eternal God shall destroy the power and the plans of mere mortal man. This day, Lord, I call to you, bring down the forces in the region of New York, and as we go there, we stand there, declare the will of the Lord and expose the very forces of hell. I pray today for this nation, and I call to you to bring your life and your breath upon.
Yeah,
Well, there yeah.
exactly. And he seemed to get a lot of things right that he prophesied about. So,
Yeah.
who knows, but he seems to get things right. And I
Hey,
I
hit
do
guy,
want to share, huh?
you say, remember when Monkey Works was showing that nuke sniffer helicopter? It's been busy over DC here lately too.
Yep, exactly. And of course, the radiation levels are up around New York and New
Yeah.
Jersey. So, is there some kind of suitcase thing or drum that's been brought in full of stuff, that's getting prepared for all this? Um, and I do want to share a little bit about what the Jewish people are feeling. The leadership is all excited about this Syrian thing. The Jewish people, not so much, because they feel that what had happened is that they have traded a dictator, they replaced the dictator with a terrorist. And the guy who has come in has been gathering up women, and that's not good. And he's been known to, if you have that faith, to off with your head.
Oh.
And yeah, so because these are terrorists, and they were hoping to get them in there to go against Hamas and help with the Hezbollah thing. But what they've done is they've brought an even greater enemy that's an even greater enemy to them in a lot of ways. So they're really fearful, and they're getting scared to where they can't even talk. They feel like a lot of them, they say, we're scared. If we say things that they will come find us.
I
So
saw,
they're
yeah.
living.
No, I was
Go
going to
ahead,
say I
share.
saw Russia was leaving out of there too. I saw that how the Russians have been told to leave out of that area. Like something's
Yeah.
coming, Hickow. Something's coming.
Yeah, well, and you saying that, New York Preppers shared some, you know how they send these codes and everything?
Yes.
He shared a video, and just, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that they said they were able to send a texted code, and it said something is going to happen, or something to that. It was either something big or something's going to happen. So if you think about that, along with what Tin shared last week about the Pope opening up that
Oh yeah, that's the munitions.
Down underneath the cathedrals and stuff and going to televise it on the 24th. And that's one thing Trace Smith shared on Kim Clement's daughter's thing. Can't think of her name now. Donna shared on her thing today. He said that he was told that there would be something, the veil would be lifted. And I was going to ask y'all, remember when Ten shared that video and the Pope was opening it? Didn't they say something about a veil down there being raised?
I think they did, but also this goes with your prophecy about the whole area being totally destroyed. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
And
right
my
now it's inhabitable. You can live there in Syria and stuff right now, but it's getting close to being uninhabitable.
That's what I think.
And they
Oh.
just opened the first part of this, getting ready for,
Gosh, boy, they really are setting everything into motion, aren't they?
Whoa.
And apparently they do this every 25 years. It's just like, wow, I didn't know they did that. But there's something more special about this one, apparently. But I
It's
don't
a
understand.
jubilee.
Oh,
They're
that's
calling
right.
it
A jubilee.
Yeah. So see how quick she pulls this stuff up? So she does so good. Ten, you do so good at getting this stuff in.
Well, I had that sitting in the back because those are things that I don't know. I think we're all kind of interested, but keep going, Hickow, about what's going on over there.
Yeah, great story.
Well, I mean, it's just like how did see that's God had to be God because you had all that stuff ready. But yeah, mostly that's it. I mean, they're really getting scared over there, and it's not that they don't like Trump, but they don't trust that he can pull it off. I guess is a good word to say because they know there's so much evil going on over here. Well, like we all feel that way too. We're getting concerned because the 17th of December is when the electors are supposed to cast forth their votes, and then they're counted on January 6th. And we know about that day. Mm-hmm.
Yes,
So,
we do.
Yeah, it's whether or not he's got to get he's got to get in there. He's got to get in there, and between now and then, it's like,
Yeah.
and then
Pretty
they
much burn it all down.
I'm sorry.
even after he's in, what will they throw down,
Yarga, what?
I was going to say I have a question for Hickow, and it's
Oh.
kind of off topic, but kind of not. Supposedly, under the throne of England, there's a rock, and it was supposedly the rock that Jacob in the Old Testament laid his head on and fell asleep, and then he had a dream or something, and he fought God or whatever. Do you know anything about that?
No, they really don't talk a whole lot about that. And that is an interesting thing, but who for sure knows? I mean,
Who for sure knows? Yeah, I
I
get
know what
that.
you're talking about. I've heard about that. Yeah.
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 There's a name for it, the Stone of Destiny or something. I don't know what they call it.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. But that's fine. I like it.
So dinner, we running Tuesday night.
Yeah, and I got a couple more little short stories for you here.
Okay, and then I'll do my prayer. Just let me know.
So the other night there was a concert. Who the hell did this? It was in Boston.
Oh, it was DJs. Wasn't it like a DJ thing? Is that what it
Yeah,
was?
something like that. But you guys, I think this is all part of
It's a show.
Yeah, it's all part of the show. And I think they're testing the waters because in the background at this show, they brought up, the kids.
Luigi.
Yeah, and all the kids they look at him as a hero. You guys.
Wow.
If I was a CEO of a health insurance or just anything, I would be so terrified right now because look what's going on. Look what's happening.
We just our society, our youth is normalizing the death
Murder. Well, look what they've been put through. We put them through. They've been through a lot of shit. You know.
But the thing
What do
you
you
have
expect?
to remember, you have to remember
Did you
that
see his?
his
Go
kids
ahead.
see this. His kids see this. So even if he did do wrong and he did kill a lot of people by
It's
his
horrible.
mandates, his kids are going to see this. So you got to be careful about doing stuff like that.
Yep. Oh, I know. And look, we know as you know, it's a horrible thing. But look at what's going on. I mean, Reddit all over. There's wanted posters out for all these CEO. You know, it's just it's really. You know, and then look, and we even were like, I can get it. You know, I get it because I have United Healthcare, and yes, they suck.
Yeah, but you know, before this ever happened, nobody knew who that guy was, the guy who got murdered. I mean, in
No, you're
public,
correct.
you know,
You're
But we
correct.
don't know who a lot of these CEOs are.
yeah,
Only
we don't know who they are.
I think it was a gay lover thing. I think this guy that was gay. I think it wasn't even about the health insurance. That was all bullshit. It was a gay cover up.
Well, whatever this event was the other night, I feel like this was a litmus test to see where our youth stood on what's next to come. Because we know that we've been talking about, you know, things, you know, people disappearing and, you know, treason and stuff like that. Well, also in the interim, what's been going on, you know, Joe Biden decided he was going to pardon like 1,500 people, you guys.
Criminals.
Criminals, yeah, and one of them was this guy right here, this governor, a judge, that did Cash for Kids.
Mm-hmm.
In President Joe Biden's decision to commute Michael Conahan's sentence. The former judge was convicted for his role in the Kids for Cash scandal. He and Mark Civarella were involved in a scheme where children were sent to for-profit detention centers in exchange for kickbacks.
So you don't think when he gets out that the youth are going to find out about that guy?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like they're setting the situation up so that, you know.
Well, they're saying that's why that judge in Kentucky was taken out by the sheriff.
It was a sex scandal. Yeah, they were.
Yeah,
that was a big old sexual ring. Sorry, folks.
Yeah.
And this is what one of the Congress people had to say about
start
pardon.
with the discussion about Joe Biden. I know you have some strong thoughts about the pardon, the fact that he lied to us, not surprising given the last 4 years. But there's, I think some Republicans walk around like we have no chance to create accountability. I think you've got some ideas for that, don't you?
Yeah, obviously, I think people need to understand that just because someone is pardoned for a period of time, no matter how broad the pardon is, and in this case it's 11 years and a really broad pardon, that doesn't mean that the investigation is done and over and finished. So we know that there's civil liability. He's got a landlord that's been trying to collect over $300,000 in back rent from Hunter Biden. So you look for that accountability to continue. Then you have this other thing where Congress can bring him on in and we can continue to ask questions. Now he can't avail himself of the Fifth Amendment. We can go ahead and push him on these questions, and he's going to have to give us real answers. Real answers, things like, hey, Hunter, who did you call from the hotel in Dubai on behalf of the Ukrainian business executive who needed Joe Biden to weigh in, literally right before Joe Biden went over and said he wasn't going to give $1 billion of aid from the U.S. to Ukraine. I mean, we could ask those types of questions and demand answers. And if he lies to us, he's not subject to that pardon anymore, and he could be charged with perjury. So we actually have a good opportunity to leverage his current situation to go after this. The next other thing you have is we were stonewalled from the executive branch repeatedly saying, we can't give that to you because of an ongoing investigation. Well, guess what? Ours would be the only ongoing investigation. He's pardoned. So anything from 2014 on over to now, you can give us because there's no investigation and there's no culpability for him for that. But we get it. And we get to go and we can get to the bottom of this thing and see if we can find a way to hold Hunter Biden accountable and the Biden family accountable for the alleged corruption and access and influence peddling that was going.
And all the others involved.
That's what I'm thinking. So these 1,500 people, we got a list of just like 34 of them right now. Where was this?
There also was a Chinese. First of all, he was an American citizen or dual citizenship. Traveled back and forth to China. He was pardoned, possibly a spy. Probably a spy.
Oh, and one that had 47
Oh, child porno. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I can't say that. Sorry.
Corn. Yeah, corn.
Corn.
So this is just a short list of 39 of them. And I don't know any of these guys' names. They don't.
They're all his people. These are his people.
But that doesn't include the total of the 1,500. Oh, I really want to miss out because I don't really want to watch these.
Do you want to stay informed?
Yeah, so that's what's been going on with with the UAP shit. So it's I don't know.
Yeah, don't be distracted, folks. Don't be distracted.
I saw a little blurb on Facebook that made a lot of sense, and it said that Joe Biden said that Hunter's laptop was fake, and now he's being pardoned for his laptop. I mean, come on.
You're right. You're right.
Lots going on.
And you know what? We're not. Well, I told you so. I told you we could be doing that, but we're not. We're just happy all these people are finally waking up and seeing this shit.
Yep.
And I really hope that there's rumors of things that may be released coming up Christmas, maybe. And I really hope those rumors are true.
Good.
It better not be aliens. I want it because
No, it's
I
not gonna
don't
be that.
want no aliens. I don't want anything.
We're going to find out the truth finally, Tim. We're going to find out the truth about really what happened, what has been happening. That's what I'm hoping is going to happen.
I hope so because I'm getting tired of this crap. So anyhow, let's flip it over to
shift.
Yeah, let's flip it over to shift.
All right, guys. Here's tonight's prayer. Dear God, we pray for the friends who bring joy, support, companionship into our lives. Help us to be good friends in return, offering a listening ear and a helping hand whenever needed. May our friendships be a source of strength and happiness. Amen. And thank you all for praying for me while I was in the hospital. Because you know what? Prayers work.
They do.
In Jesus' mighty, mighty name. Thank you, Shift.
Amen.
Amen.
So yeah, it's kind of a low energy show, you guys. I know.
Sorry, we're getting over the sicknesses.
It's been I don't know. I think I kind of got a little bit of the bah humbugs too.
I do have a show and tell for you.
Awesome.
Perfect. Oh, that'll make me happy.
So much more.
Oh, you going with it now? I didn't have one, then I just turned around and looked at something and I went, hey, that'll work. Let me cut this light on, might make it either better or worse.
Look at all the women going crazy.
What I have here, I don't know how many people here know about guitars, but this is a Gibson Custom Shop, $4,500. There's only 4 of these in the world in this color, and there's only 10 of them total that are in different colors. But this is what's called the 6159. Believe it or not, it's a Les Paul. I know it looks like an SG.
Wow, Jorgen,
first 3 years of Les Pauls were SGs, and what makes this so special? I know it looks like baby shit yellow.
That's a popular color.
This is actually called TV yellow. And the reason they call it TV yellow was back in the days before color TV, guys would come on TV with white guitars, and the TV cameras, for whatever reason, they were more prone to back then. Those white guitars would like shine like crazy, man, and screw everything up. So they came up with this color called TV yellow. And it's the reason being is if you went on black and white TV with it, it would just look like a white guitar, and it wouldn't have that shine to it. You know,
nice.
The other thing that's cool about it is I've had a lot of I mean, really, this is an SG. I've had a lot of SGs, see how long the neck is? They always felt floppy to me. It didn't feel real stable. But this one's called the 61, so it's got a 61 body, and all the pickups are like from 61, and all the hardware and everything. It looks dull, but it's nickel.
That's
but
gorgeous.
The neck is super fat. They call it the fat neck, and it's a 1959 Les Paul neck on it, so it's fatter. And man, I had to have it. I had to have it, and it's just the most one real solid, really thin.
That's like a Ferrari, baby. Like a
Yeah,
Ferrari.
it's great, man. It's super freaking cool.
But
Anyway,
you remember the fender necks were very bendy,
It depends. The Fender's got like 15 different kind of necks, and I remember I used to go to music stores when I was a teen, and I could play 6 Gibsons. They'd all feel exactly the same. I could play 6 Fenders. They'd all feel different. Man.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if it was quality control or what it was.
I love this. This is probably my favorite of all of your reports. I love this.
$4,500. Yeah, there's only like 4 in this color in the entire world.
Mike Jones was asking if you could play a few chords.
No, because this has been sitting in the case for a year. I just pulled it out because I got band offer today.
All right.
And it actually broke a string while it was in the case.
Darn.
Yeah.
There you go, Mike. I tried.
I haven't put it on the bench and put new strings on it and stuff, but I'm going to do that maybe tomorrow.
I like Ernie balls.
Yeah, I use Ernie balls, and I did use Super Slinkies, and then I went up to the next fatter string up, which they're called regular Slinkies, and they're harder to play, but they make the whole guitar just ring out even more because they're thicker. So that's what I use now.
Is it true that all guitar strings are made in one factory? They're just all.
I've heard that most of them come out of the same factory, but I don't know. Have you ever heard of Ibanez guitars?
Yes, Ibanez. Yeah.
There is no Ibanez factory. There's a factory over in Japan that they make the Epiphones, they make the Fender Squires, they make the freaking Ibanez. There is no Ibanez factory.
Wow.
It's called Ginkgo or something like that, but they make everything.
What was that round back acoustic guitar? Was it Ovation?
Ovation, yeah. Those are nice, but they always slip out. They always slip away from me when I'm trying to play.
Yes, because it's a round bottom. Yeah.
And that back of the Ovation is actually made out of the same thing they make helicopter rotors out of. Whatever, I don't know what the material is, but that's.
Jorga, this is the best segment ever, and your knowledge is.
It is. That's really cool.
Thank you for sharing, Jorga.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was just sitting here. I went, that looks pretty cool.
Well, and folks, it's a time of the show. I'd like you to please ask you to go into the comments. Oh, sorry.
No, keep going.
Go into the comments section and leave a comment and some hearts after the show. After the show, please.
Okay. So here's your song. Just for you.
Police be a fart. Police be a fart. Police be a fart. Should be fine if I don't push too hard. Police be a fart. Police be a fart. Police be a fart. Should be fine if I don't push too hard. I need a bathroom cause I just shit it. I need a bathroom cause I just shit it. I need a bathroom cause I just shit it when I thought it was a bar. I need a bathroom cause I just shit it. I need a bathroom cause I just shit it. I need a bathroom cause I just shit it when I thought it was a bar.
I love it. Jose Feliciano.
Feliciano.
We love y'all. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
We're gonna try to do this on Tuesday, maybe.
Sure.
Yep, let's try and do this Tuesday.
We'll try to be more energetic, you guys. Okay, so But
Hey, I was energetic.
Yeah, you were
yeah,
energetic.
you were the energy tonight. I'm just kind of. I don't know.
I had no energy.
Because I quit drinking.
But shout out to the chat. Without you guys, thank you all on X and on Tin TV 2. And we'll be back on Tin TV 1 back in January. Yeah, so yeah. Anything else, Craig?
I got
Yeah.
something to get leafy with.
Oh, let's do that because I always love that.
Okay. This is Isaiah 40, and since we're all looking up to the sky and seeing all these drones, God says in verse 26, lift up your eyes and look to the heavens, who created all these. He who brings out the starry host one by one and calls forth each of them by name. Because of his great power and mighty strength, not one of those stars is missing. Why do you complain? Why do you say, my way is hidden from the Lord, my cause is ignored by God? Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth, and he will not grow tired or weary, and his understanding no one can fathom. So when we're tired,
Amen.
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 Keep going, Hickow. You were gonna say something.
oh no, that I was just leaving it there. That I mean, when we're tired, he's not. I know we're all getting tired because we feel like we're almost to the end, and it's that's the last part's always the hardest.
I'm just burnt out, man.
I know we are.
I am. I'm just burnt out.
There's a lot going on. They keep our heads on, going back and forth, and it's a
Yep,
lot.
and then with all the sickness that's going around too.
Yes.
Hey, can I say one from Isaiah real quick? That
Yep.
really meant something to me this week, and it's Isaiah 60:22. When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Sleep in peace tonight. God is in control.
Amen.
Amen.
And that fits all together, doesn't it? Like God's not weary, and when the time is right, He's gone. Let Him have it.
So thank you
So,
everybody for coming tonight. Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. So thanks, guys. Have an awesome day tomorrow, and we'll see you Tuesday.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Ho, ho,
Merry
ho, ho.
Christmas.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at